Yeah, hello, dear friends. I started off with my talk about the incense, where I talked about how the fire, the air, which is the smoke, the water, which is the oil from the incense, and then the ashes are given off, and how this correlates with everything in nature, which springs from the earth and which is embedded in the composition of man.
In this diagram, we can see the spirit, which is ether, which controls all, and that is where the God Spirit is, the God Spirit creator. It has illumination. Next to that, we have the Spirit of God in man, which is fire, and gives off inspiration. Next to that, we have the soul of man, which is air. It receives inspiration as thought. It is where the mental processes happen. Then we have the psychic body, which is water. It is closely tied to the emotions. Then we have the physical body, which is the resultant effect, manifestation in action. Now we can see this progression from fire to air to water to earth. Now I want you to look at these other boxes here, where we see we have inspiration and thoughts, and then we have words and emotion. Just like the fragrance, the incense, where the air and the water gives off that fragrance, so it is with our thoughts, our words, and our emotions. They give off a certain fragrance which people perceive. The fragrance I'm talking about is an allegory here, where whatever we think, whatever we say, and how we feel it gives off a result, an action on the earth plane. Now we also need prayers. You can see the way the prayers came into the air and the emotions and the words. The way we pray gives off an action and makes the illumination, the inspiration come down to be able to affect us. Nature is purified by fire. The fire comes from the Spirit of God, which gives illumination. And what it tries to do is that it tries to bring everything to its natural state, to its base state. All combines them. Illumination comes from the Spirit of God, which is in us, and then it is received by the soul of man, our mental processes, which now processes it as inspiration and thoughts. And then we now speak with our words and color it with our emotions, which is that prayer part, and everything manifests on the earth plane. But that flow of fire has to come down. The illumination has to come from the top. That fire, that is why you see the nature is purified by fire.